You know about Amber Heard?
Who? Amber Heard?
Yeah, John.
No.
You ain't hear about the whole situation?
Who's that again? That's the Johnny Depp people?
Yeah, John.
Yeah, we talk about that at the class.
Okay.
Shalom, everybody. Slack for the late start of the class. All right. On the board, we see here we have shalom. Shalom is the word for peace, right? Interpreted today as hi or goodbye, right? So you say hello, peace. You know what I mean? Saying goodbye, wish you peace, right? So shalom, right? Shalom is not a greeting. You do not ever say shalom to say hi or goodbye. Shalom does not mean peace to you. That's why it's X'd out here, because shalom does not mean peace to you. Because I wonder who created that lie and said that
I think Israelite.
shalom means peace. Shalom means peace to you.
Right.
There's no you in here.
Right.
That says you. Right. That means if you hear someone says shalom means peace to you, that's someone who does not know Hebrew. Right. That's so. If someone's telling you the greeting, just know that you're learning a greeting. You're learning anything from someone who does not know what the hell he's talking about. Now, what else is he lying about? Go ahead. Yeah, buddy. Go ahead.
Now, don't say there'd have to be a car or a thought in there somewhere.
A car.
Right.
Right is how you say you.
Right.
We got it with the Lord's Prayer. We got a to you in the Lord's Prayer. Right? It should be la ka. La is to, ka is you. Shalom la ka. Don't the Muslims say assalamu alaikum? Because the lay is two in Arabic, and the kam is you all in Arabic. Right? Point to it again about you. Right there. There you go, right there. That's the to you right there in Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? Wait, what is it saying? What Allah and the power? What has the power of? Is it talking about the kingdom coming? And the power.
And the power and the glory.
We got how shine our, right? Deliver us. Mayan is that's supposed to be from. Then Raya is evil. Kaya, right, is for. And then Laka, right? For to you. Hamalakwath. Malakwath is the kingdom. Ha meaning the. So we're right here.
If I may ask, you can't say Marai.
Marai to say what? From evil?
You can.
Marai, of course you can.
So what? They just chose to use Mayan in that.
You have ways of saying from. You have Ma'ain, which is more like formal. Right. You got formal, and then you got the regular day talk. You know what I mean? So I would say, yo, I'm Hazahab.
Right.
But then you go to court, my name is Hazahab.
Right.
But in other words, I wouldn't say my name to you.
Right.
You'll say Hazahab.
Right.
Or then come to council, Anya Hazahab.
Right.
Not even that. Priest officer Hazahab reporting for council.
Right.
You know what I mean? Other than that, I'm Hazahab, yo. You know what I mean?
Two questions about our subject.
In Hebrew?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Carl. Let me just run through this.
Yeah,
we get through the board, and then we'll put your question on the board.
All
right? Good. So Laka is the two. Where you're supposed to say, from evil. For thine is the kingdom. For thine is to say you in Old English.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
For yours, yeah.
For to say, yours is the kingdom, right? For thine is the kingdom and the power. Where's and the power? Wa is and. Ha is the, Allah is the power. God or power in Hebrew is Allah. Same way how the Arabic say Allah, because their language is birthed out of Hebrew. Right. And they don't know the name of the Most High, so they say Allah instead of the name of the Most High. Right? Waha Saparath, right? That's the Wa again to say and, the Ha again to say the. That tha right there should be future tense. Right? That right here is translated as glory. Right. As you know, there's many ways to say glory. Right. You know what I mean? You got the word heavy, which is the common word for glory. Right. Kabad. Kabad is the more common way to say glory, but there's other ways to say glory. All right? And then forever, la is two. The la again is to say two. Right? I will coming from Ilam. Ilam means society, right? Right. Iwalamia means to say societies, right? So two societies. So in the days, the society, that's our way of saying forever. Because now remember now, imagine we the 70 souls going into Egypt right now. Then the society to come is the Egyptian society. We're gonna go through there and leave through there and go through the Babylonian and the Syrians and then the Persians, all the way to the Greeks and Romans, all the way to the American society. That's a way of us saying in Egypt forever to all the societies to come. Right? That's our way of saying forever. Right? And then Aman is how we say faith or contract or covenant, or I'm sealing this, my prayer with you. Correct. See, it's a way of saying contract. That's our way of saying faith too, all right? Okay. Shalomah means peaceful. Of course, this is Solomon's name, right? The Jewish man will call it Shlomo.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that Shlomo is Solomon. That Shlomo is Shalomah.
I don't understand how they spell sometimes. A lot of people.
Yeah, the way they spell is dumb, because then they try the O, they write the O as a W. So if they put a Shlomo, they're supposed to put a W here and a W here and a W here, but they don't, because Yiddish is fake. Right? And that's how the Shalom got in here. The Shalom got in here because the slave master, the Jewish oppressor, he's putting
Shalom.
He's putting Shalom here. Just pay this out right here.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Let me try this one right here. A little better, right? He's putting Shalom here, right? And to get the O, the Mazarites, the people called the Mazarites, you read about this in the book right over there from Yale University, right? The Biblical Hebrew Worker textbook by Bonnie Pedrati, right?
Salami?
The Biblical Hebrew textbook.
Correct.
Textbook and workbook by Bonnie Pedrati. It's a book that came out by Yale University, right? That says there's no vowels in Hebrew. Right. There's no vowels. There's no E, O, I, U in Hebrew. Even the I is not used as a vowel like it is in English. It's a consonant in Hebrew. The A is a consonant in Hebrew because you won't put the A behind another word, behind another letter to make a sound. Right. You see what I'm saying? So to get the O in the Yiddish, by Yiddish I'm talking about the Jewish people's version of Hebrew where they add European vowels, right, to pollute the language, right? They put a Y here. Right. They put this thing right here, right? In the Yiddish, in the Syrian Hebrew, they write like that. So they end up writing this, right? They write this, and then they put this there like that, and like that, right? Where this thing is added in there, right? Which is the O I'm talking about. So someone who doesn't know any Hebrew, right? Being in the class twice, don't know no Hebrew, he looks at the oppressors, Shalom, and he believes the oppressor more than the prophets of God. Because his prophet of God is white. You see what I'm saying? When he thinks about being a Jew and being an Israelite, he thinks he got to put on the Jewish kufi, the yarmulke, and you gotta get the long, whatever that curly shepherd dog, the German shepherd thing coming down here like that. Wait, what's that? What's the favorite American dog in? The Spaniel? The Cocker Spaniel. You got to get the Cocker Spaniels down the side of the face. You know what I mean? And you got to get the strings hanging from his belt loops. Because he thinks that's what a Jew is. He thinks that's what an Israelite is because he sees white people doing that. So, the UPK saying Shalom, that must be wrong. Look at that. The Jewish white man, he got Shah, La, Wam. And then now everybody's going around Shalom. Makes no sense. You already got Shalom. What do you got to do? You got to lie. You got to lie to keep up your lie. You see what I'm saying? So now they say, Shalom is peace, yes. It's in the concordance. It's in the dictionary. But Shalom is peace to you. It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm gonna tell you why a lot of fake Israelites would choose. You got fake Israelites that don't know nothing, and they'll look at Shalom and Shalom, and they'll choose to say Shalom. Because I know people that said this before. Yeah, right. Before I came into school, they said they feel like they're talking more Hebrew because there's an extra syllable in there. So shalom is only 2 syllables. You know what I mean? You want to sound more Israelite as Israelite you can get. They don't know any of the Hebrew, so they say shalom. So now they feel more holy because they're speaking more Hebrew of the tongue, which of course does not make you more holy. It does nothing. All right, it's just a lie, right? All right, so lie. Shalom is used in the middle of a sentence to say piecing, creating peace. All right. Of course, there are ways where you say creating peace or piecing in the way how you would today say peace, right? Because it's a completely different language. It's a completely different wrapping around the mind and how to put words and where to put them. You know what I mean? Sentence structure. It's a different, totally way of structuring your mind or how to say things. All right. Shalama. If you see a R at the end here, right? It means subservient, right? So it's like in lower rank to a thing, right? So this can go with anything, all right? So Shalama means Solomon, he serves peace, right? You see what I'm saying? So because he serves peace, his life is around making peace. He got 2 women coming to him. One is saying she's the mother of this baby. The other one is saying that she's lying. That's not her baby. That's my baby. She stole my baby. Solomon says, okay, well, there's about to be 2 family wars right here. Her family's about to kill her for it, right? And her family's going to retaliate. And now there's going to be a war in Israel because two women who wants this baby. One is the rightful mother. One is not. So, okay, here what are you going to do? Put the baby right here, but chop it in half, right? And the rightful mother was like, hell no, take the baby, don't kill my baby. That's the mother. Give her the baby back. What's wrong with you? See what I'm saying? Go. You know what I mean? So now he stopped wars happening from hey, if I got my sister or my mother or my auntie and someone kidnaps her kid, we're going over to kill everybody right now. We're going. Don't let no Benjamins hear that our cousin got stolen. You see what I'm saying? We don't know what they're doing with our cousin. They're going to die over there. And when they do that, you know what I mean? She's going to say, oh, what's the other one going to say? I was only looking after. She told me to look after. She's going to lie. And now they're going to come and kill us back. You see what I'm saying? So to prevent the war, right, you sent the peaceful one. You sent the man who serves peace. Right? So that's how the adding the ha at the end of words work. Right? The slave master will call it the feminine. Why did he call it the feminine? Go on about it. Of course, Solomon is not a feminine man. Of course. He's not a feminine man. He's an absolute masculine man. Yahweh has a ha at the end of his name the same of the similar way. Except his name was built off the word Awada, and Awada is written, got the same ha at the end of it. Right? So body, why is this not feminine?
Why is it not feminine? Because it can be used for someone other than a woman.
There you go. That's the perfect answer, because it can be used for someone other than a woman, right? So now, why would scholars look at this and say feminine? Why would scholars, white people, why would they, academia, why would they say that this is a feminine?
Because they're going on generalizations.
They're going off generalizations, and the feminine serves who?
The masculine.
There you go. Right? So because the feminine serves the masculine, you put this in the so-called feminine because he's serving peace. Right. And being a servant of peace, right? You write it in the format to say this thing is serving something else. Right. Okay, good. We got down here, Yara Washalam. Right? Yara Washalam. We know that everybody got away from last week, right? Yeah. The Yarawa to say city. Right? Coming from the word city, which is IR, right? Right? The wa, the yar is this same yar right here. All right? To get city of peace, all right?
So like, did I pronounce it wrong? Yerushalayim, or is it Yerushalayim?
Yerushalayim. So stuff like that, if you say a wa or ira or irawa, that's more like dialect. Okay. You could call it the Bronx, and I can call it El Bronco. You see what I'm saying? It's still the same place.
Right.
The Latinos did not, anybody who spoke Spanish did not name the Bronx Bronco. Right? But it might just be a thing of tongue and dialect. And different tribes always had different dialects. All right? So, Yarawashalam, same thing. Just make sure that you're able to flow of tongue like you would flow any language you speak off the tongue. If you speak English, you flow English off your tongue. Right. If you speak Spanish, you flow Spanish off your tongue. So our thing is to get used to the Hebrew where we can flow Hebrew off the tongue. Right? And Yerushalayim or Yerushalayim is, of course, we're talking about Jerusalem. Right. The same Salem, no matter where you see the Bible, is always peace.
No, the reason I'm bringing, I wanted to just mention, the reason I brought out Shalomah and Yerushalayim is because those are two perfect examples that no fake Israelite can get around. Because they try to say, oh, Shalom's the proper greeting, but when you go to it, Solomon's name is peaceful. Everybody knows that, and it's not spelled with a Y. The city of peace is Jerusalem, also not spelled with a Y, but Shalom. That's what's called. That's mainly what I do. If anybody ever tries to do Shalom.
Yeah, that's heavy. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely right. You know what I mean? They don't put no Y in Salem.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what's the other one you said? Salem, and which was the other one?
Shalomah and Yerushalayim. Neither of them have.
Right. Shalom and
Yerushalayim.
For Solomon.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then another thing is that when I first came in, I looked it up. Shalom is in the dictionary.
Yeah. Exactly. Now because Shalom is in the dictionary, right? Where would a fake Israelite use it? That's what I want to know. Where would they use it at? You know what I mean? God.
That's a good one, but I'm gonna answer that now.
God. We got a question from Dakaya. What's going on, Dakaya? You know what I mean? He wanted to know about H113. Right, so let me go get H113 in my concordance here. Okay. This thing cannot load faster enough, could it? So we're gonna go to 113. Did you say 113? Look at it again.
113. You got it?
Yeah, I got Ba. Hold on, it's the Ba section. I got Balasha'atazar. This is a Babylonian gate. He's talking about Belshazzar. All right. What was the question again?
Was the Y added for a vowel placement as well?
Was the Y added for a vowel placement as well? I'm not sure.
Matter?
Huh?
Would it matter?
For Belshazzar?
Meaning it's a heathen name, so.
Yeah, heathen name. Okay, this is Aramaic too. They say it's so-called Aramaic. I don't know what they mean by Aramaic. Belshazzar will be written in the book of Daniel where they have added R's in there. So I'm not sure. Oh, the page change, right? Where we go right here, right? They got added R's in there. So I'm not really sure how that will go with added R's at it.
113?
Is it 113 or 113?
113.
Oh, it's my bad. I got wrong one.
Adon or Adawan.
Okay, hold on. 113. Hold on.
And I see both here.
And what you got there? You got Adawan, right? Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and read. Let me get to the board.
Hebrew Adon, transliteration Adon, pronunciation Adon. Well, we know it's Adawan. From an unused root meaning to rule. Sovereign, that is controller, human or divine, Lord, master, owner. Compare also names beginning with Adonai. Mm-hmm. So Adonai is Adonai.
Say again?
So Adonai is Adonai.
Adonai?
Yeah, come.
Isn't Adonai a name?
Yeah, come. But it says compare also names beginning with Adonai.
Okay. Names don't go according to the rules of Hebrew as you see them. As you know, you can't find no name. You can't find a word called Banyam.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? You can't find no word called Manashah or Yashakar.
Wait, Manashah is not a word.
Manashah is to say forget toil. Right?
Forget toil, right.
Right. So You got the word toil, which is like slavery.
Right.
And then forget is in there, blended in there. Right? I think the my, the preposition, and then the nasha is, you got Captain Natazak Nasha?
Yeah,
His name is similar like that, but the nasha means slavery. You see what I'm saying? So forget slavery, all right? And of course, you got, who else you got over there? Aparium, right? Aparium is not a word in itself. It's blended. Right. You got a preposition in the front. You got par, and then, you know, you got the pluralization. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shamaiwan is not a word. There's no word that says wan. Wan is a thing that signals a noun. Let me just put it on the board.
So
wan. Right? You see a wan at the end of any word,
right,
it means noun. Right? Noun. What is a noun? Person, place, or thing. You're dealing with the Bible, you're looking at people that looking at persons and places only.
Salaki, if I may.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, that's if the word doesn't have a noun version, right? Meaning like malak.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Like malak, which is a verb meaning to rule, but malak can also be the noun meaning a king. So you wouldn't have to put malak one. Okay.
You're right, but in Hebrew culture, okay, here's Hebrew culture, right?
Okay.
Malak.
Right.
Malak is king, right?
Right.
So think of, we are all babies.
Right.
And we got no language. The only language we got is there. We got a word for a cow, a lap. We got a word for a house, bayaf. Right. Right. We got a word for kazakwa, a chest. Right. Right. So how do I look at a mighty man? What do I call him? You see, I have to use words I know that give me significant, you know, visual comparison. You see what I'm saying? So now we got.
Led by the hand.
Say it again.
Water is led by the hand.
You're going too deep for me. I'm saying.
So
you got a man with a big chest. He got a big chest because he lifts weights. He does a lot of push-ups.
So you call him strong?
We don't call him strong. He has a big chest. Then you have another man who doesn't do no push-ups. Right. Does not work out. He does not have a chest. So now all of a sudden, the symbol of being strong, the symbol of being mighty is now the chest. The chest. So now the word Kazakh, right? Right. Which was chest, now becomes, right? Becomes mighty, right? Mighty.
So Kazakh is mighty?
Mighty, strong, right? Strong.
Force.
So he got a lot of, this man has a lot of force, right? Force.
Oh, lay hold.
Right? This is a man who would lay hold of you versus a man who cannot lay hold of you. Right? Lay hold is biblical English, right?
That's what's used in Isaiah 3.
Right, that's biblical English in Isaiah 3.
Because that's,
you know what I mean? Because that meaning they're gonna force their way on you, because a man who's strong force his way on you. You see what I'm saying? You got riches and spoils. Well, here comes men with a big chest to come rob your city. Right. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna come take over and kill all the men who don't get chests. Right. You see what I'm saying? The man with the big chest is gonna knock the man without the chest out. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we develop these words coming out of this word. Malak is the king. We don't have a name for rule. So how do we say rule? This man is the rule over there. He's the king over there. Do we need someone to rule over us? Do we need a king over us? Then Malak now becomes the word for rule. You see what I'm saying? Feminine tense. What does he rule over? A queen? No. Right? Malakwat in the feminine tense. He rules over a kingdom. The kingdom is his wife. You see what I'm saying? Right. Right? Kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Like that, right? What else we got? Go ahead, buddy. You had your hand up. Go ahead.
Khan, Adon. So
Okay, Adon, right quick.
Yeah.
Right? Adon is Lord.
Lord. And he had another question about Bunyamin. That's I guess after this.
Okay,
Adon means Lord. But his question is mainly
and then of course
was a Y added for vowel placement?
A vowel, no, in other one.
In Ottawa, Khan.
No, a vowel is not added for vowel placement. Okay, a wa, right? Different than the mistake that they made. Right? Wa goes in the middle of a word to say verb. The Jewish man did not put Y in the middle of his. The Jewish man did not put a Y in the middle of his word to say a verb. He put the Y in the middle of the word to say vowel. He's doing it for his own comfortability of his European speaking tongue. Right? It's not for the same purpose in Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? That's why it gets very confusing if you try to get rid of the Yiddish.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? For brothers out there that want to be Israelites, they wondering why they learning all this Torah for all these years and can't speak no Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? Because they can't. They got the oppressors thing of polluting their tongue.
Right.
So they get down to talking the Jewish man's Hebrew. They can communicate with Jewish people, learning their language, learning their lingo. But when it comes to reading the Torah and speaking the Israelite way, can't do it. It's difficult. See what I'm saying? You might need some Lashawan Qadash. Okay? Now, wa in the middle of a word. Right? In the middle. Right?
Right.
It's like saying I-N-G. Yah is the other one, right? In the middle of the word. It's like saying E-D. All right? In other words, what do you call that? You call that a
past tense.
A past tense.
So that if I may?
Yeah.
I thought that was only the first two. The first two letters.
Don't worry about where it's at with the first two or where don't worry about that. Just know that if you see Yah in the middle of a word, it is past tense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If
I was talking about the wa.
The wa?
Yeah, God, I'm gonna General Q broke it down like years ago like that. That had to be the first two.
Well, if you got Sham is name, and then you got Shawam, right? You know what I mean? Well, there's no first two there, right? Right. So just roll with me for a second. You see what I'm saying? Just get the gist of what I'm saying instead of getting nothing. Right. Just get the gist of what I'm saying, all right? Because now everybody is not you in General Q.
Yeah, God.
So they gotta learn from the very beginning. Right. All right? And they're seeing brothers coming to them with Shalom. Don't get the new brothers lost. Right. Right? So let them understand what a Shalom is, what a Shalom is, what an Adon is, and what an Adawan is. Right? Now, because wa is like an ing, this signifies verb, meaning you're doing something. All right? So then, of course, it comes down to the kan adawan kan, because kan adawan kan means you received an order. Kan adawan kan, right? Which is where that term comes from. All right? It's from the wa in the middle of the word to get the adawan. All right?
So what is
tenses?
When is Adon used and when is Adawan used?
In the Bible, Adon is used as Lord.
No, but when is it used?
Adon is used as Lord. You want to say Lord, landlord.
Right. So
Lord over Surrey. Over Buckinghamshire. Right? The Lord of Buckinghamshire is the Adon of Buckinghamshire.
So when is Adawan used?
When is Adawan used? For a verb. Right there on the board.
Okay.
All right? Adawan is used as a verb. Kan, Adawan, kan. This is taken straight out of the Bible. kind of other one kind. I just can't find where because we was all here. This might have been a year ago, a year or two ago, when we was right here on the cyber service, and I told everybody to write it down. And I asked in the chat, the Facebook chat the other day with all of us in the New York group, and no one could tell me where it was because I'm busy doing the service. I can't note things down when you over there active on the service. I had brothers to note it down, and brothers' notes is that's a year ago, that's 2 years ago. It's hard to locate those from 2 years ago.
Yeah,
but it was. I should have wrote it down. I should have stopped the class and put it on the board, or I should have tattooed it on the wall because this was it was gold that we found on that day. You know what I mean? And we can't locate it now, but I know it was in the past that we read. It's somewhere between Exodus and Judges. I can say that, right? Where we at now on the Sabbath service? Chronicles, Second Chronicles?
I'm not sure. Probably somewhere around there.
All right, so somewhere between Exodus, right? Exodus and past Joshua, the book of Judges. There's a Qadash in there, which is very vital and valuable to us, and we don't exactly know where it is right now. All right, shameless. All right. What's the next question?
The brother had a question. I remember asking two questions. And the brother had a question about
okay.
Age 3226. You want my question or?
The brother online, right? The Kai, right?
Yeah.
Just let me know if you're straight on the other and the other one, all right?
Yeah.
Right when you can, all right? So give me the next question.
My question or?
The question you just said just now. Slap.
Banyamin.
Banyamin. Okay. Let's get Banyamin in the scriptures.
Age 3226. Also, is this how?
In the scriptures, right, where he got his name, and it's like your name is not Benomi, your name is going to now be Banyamin because that's also.
Age 3226.
Okay, let me put age 3226 in my concordance locator. Okay. What is it? 32?
Yeah, 3226.
3226. Oh, there was a son of Simeon that was named.
And Mashamar had a question. It's a pretty simple one.
Okay,
So, sir, is there a way to say the word bad in the Hebrew as the opposite of tawab?
Yes, right.
Right.
The same word for evil. Okay. Right? Bad is evil. You do something bad, you do something evil. Okay. This is not it. This is not the one I needed. 3226 is not Banyamin. That's Yamyan.
No. He's saying also, is this how we get right-handed Banyamin?
Right-handed Banyamin?
No, is that where the right hand, meaning son of right hand, comes from in Banyamin? Is it the word no?
I'm not getting the question.
Meaning, like, I guess he looked up when he saw Benjamin means son of the right hand. Mm-hmm. Well, where is right? Well, right hand. He looked it up and saw Yamyan. So he's asking, is Yamyan the word from Yamyan?
Okay, Yamyan, right? Yamyan.
Right.
Is how you say right.
Or right hand.
No. Right? But Yamyan means right. Yamyan does not mean right hand at all. You know what I mean? If I say, it's to your right, you look by your right hand, but the word hand is not in Yamyan. If I say turn the car right? The car doesn't have a hand, Yamyan means right. Right? Shama'al. Hold on. Shama'al. How you say left hand about it?
Shamwal.
Shama'al.
Shamwal.
Shamwal.
Okay.
With the tense in there. So if I put the Shamwal in here, right? If I put a Y here,
okay.
Right? Does this Y mean hands?
What do you mean?
You said I got Shamwal say left.
Right.
I want to say left hand. You put the Y in here to say Shamwal.
La.
Okay, so how do I say left?
No, Shamwal is left from what I know.
Shamwal is left.
Right.
Okay, and Shamwal is left.
Yeah, John.
Okay, cool, right?
John.
Shamwal and Shamwal, because the Y is really ing.
John.
Right?
If I may.
Right? So Shamaon, if you want to go to Shamaon, right? How do I say left hand?
Left hand.
Mm-hmm.
Shamo Yad.
Okay, but now you have to add Yad there. You see what I'm saying? Because Yad is hand. Right? Yad is hand. Okay? So Yamyan cannot be right hand by itself, or you have to take something out of this so it can be right by itself. Yamyan is right. Shama'al is left. Alright? Now when you make names,
if I may, there's a few of these.
Interpreting in intention, right? Yamyan is a right hand. Now what is this?
What's it called? Ha Yam Yam. To the right hand. And also if you look it up in the Strong's itself, it'll tell you the right hand or side of a person or other object.
Right, meaning
right.
the usage. The usage is your right hand. Right? But Yam Yan does not mean right hand. You see what I'm saying? Yam Yan means you're right. It means right. Shama'al means left. But you're not getting that.
Well, because in this instance, it's not usage, it's direction. Thou depart to the right hand.
Right, so depart, so it's not even talking about a hand.
No, meaning it's talking about
the part to the right hand is a direction. A right hand is not a direction. My hand is directing you to the right. You see what I'm saying? Now, if there's a rule in there where you're applying Yam Yan to be right hand, you should apply that to the left to see if you get left hand too. To say if that's a right hand versus left hand. Yam Yan is right, all right? Have a seat about it, right? Okay. Hand is Yad. Hand is Yad. Okay. Blended names. Give me any one of them. Give me Simeon. Shemaiah. Give me Shemaiah in the Bible. Okay. Back one?
No,
okay, go ahead.
So how would you say right hand? Yam Yan Yad?
To spell out right hand, you would say Yam Yan Yad. How do you say it? Look for left hand in there.
Left hand, gone.
Right? Anytime you check to say what things are. Right? You look for the example of the opposite. It's just like anything in math. You see what I'm saying? Look for right leg, and you look for left leg. And you see the pattern or the structures of how we make sentences. Sentence structure.
Shamal.
Shamal what?
Just shamal.
To say what? Left what?
The left hand.
Now read it in English.
Okay. Is not the whole land before thee? I separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right.
So that's not talking about your hand. I'm here saying you should take the left hand. It doesn't mean they're going to take your actual left hand, because that's not talking about your hand. It's talking about the left in direction, because left is a direction. Okay. Unless, do you want this to be your hand actually? Do you want Shema'al to, instead of being left, this is your left hand?
What do you mean?
Do you want Yam to actually be your physical right hand? And do you want Shema'al to be your physical left hand?
What do you mean do I want it to be?
Because you're reading it and I'm getting directions, right?
Right.
But it sounds like you're trying to convince me that Yam is not the direction only, it's your physical right hand. And Shema'al is your physical left hand, which is on your body connected to you.
No, that's right.
Okay, no sweat.
There's Judges 3:21. Yad Shema'al.
Oh, what's in Judges 21?
Yad Shema'al.
Okay. Yad Shema'al, what to say? Hand left. So I got it wrong. The yad goes behind the Yam. All right, so it's Yad Yam. hand right. It's like Spanish, where you say instead of in English you say red car. In Spanish you say carro rojo. So it's hand right, and then your left hand will be yad shama'a for your left hand, right? Yad shama'a. Okay. Right hand. Okay,
Come, I have another instance, sir.
Give me your right leg and left leg about here, right?
Right leg and left leg?
Yeah.
Come. And I also have another instance where the hand wasn't used, but it's talking about the hand, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is Judges 16 and 29. And Samson took hold of the two middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand and of the other with his left. And then the what's called, it doesn't say hand, it just says right. Akkad by Young
Yeah.
with his right.
Because now I'll come to you and say, Abadia, go grab the fridge with your right and your left. I didn't say hand at all either, right? But what am I talking about? With your right and your left.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right? Because it's actual. Remember, the Bible is not a religious book.
Right.
The Bible is actual Negroes penning down how they think and how they talk. They write, it's records of all people. It's not, the same. The same people back then that would say grab things by right and left without saying hand, because you're the same people.
Right.
Don't think of it like a spooky religious book.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? This is something separated from Negroes. You see what I'm saying?
Right. If I may,
Yeah.
Kaya mentioned, I was confused because Young was the name of a person, which is Jermaine.
Right. Jermaine talking about the sons of Simeon.
Okay.
That's the one. That's the scripture he posted where it was Yamian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now give me Simeon,
Simeon.
so he can understand Yamian a little more, right?
Okay.
All right. Let's get Simeon at the bottom of the board. Hamani.
For Yamyan, right? It's just talking about like the direction, or can it also be like you're right? Or when someone's like you're right.
Just
like
think of
correct.
correct.
Like
No.
right when you're right. When you're right about something.
No. This is
Okay.
this
It's
is
just talking about direction.
yeah. This is completely direction.
That means talks about, right?
I'm not sure. We have to check that. All right. For the doc, what to say? Righteous.
Because righteous, well, when people say right, you're right. You're on the good side. You're doing the right thing. So righteous and right would be in the same thing.
Sounds right. You know what I mean? Do I actually know? We haven't come across things like that to really know that.
But
So-
we also have to look up when that usage of right came into existence. Because if it came into existence in 1700s,
Yeah.
we wouldn't find it.
And that's the thing again too. That I'm saying, that's how we talk today.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we were looking for things pertaining to being correct in Hebrew to see if this is the way to say correct in English. You know what I mean?
Because like
I'm gonna erase this right quick, right?
Because you'll find Tawab, but one thing I found interesting, Tawab isn't used in Genesis the first chapter. Khan is. Like somebody, do you have a breakdown or understanding of that, or
Of what?
why Khan is used instead of Tawab?
We have to look at it.
Meaning, the most I saw it and it was good.
Once I saw it, it was good. It was Khan. It was Tuah. It was not Tuah. It was Khan, right? Okay, I know this, right? In the book of Genesis, chapter 1. I'm not sure the how much.
Yeah.
The Hebrew is slightly different, right? Even though it's the first book of Moses, I don't know if Moses was saying this was our old dialect.
Right, like how Adam spoke. So.
Yeah, it could be that, but we don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Could I see him doing that? Say he's gonna give you the story in our old dialect. I could see him doing that. Today you have modern Chinese, and then you have the old school, what they call the traditional Chinese.
Oh, really?
You see what I'm saying? Where all of the ancient, whatever they think got going on there, they got an ancient way of writing and talking, which is still understandable in their modern Chinese.
Right.
Right? To them, they'll look at it as more formal.
Right.
And for us, we got a similar thing going on in Genesis where we have an older way of speaking, where you're going to see words that you're not going to see nowhere else further up in the scriptures.
Right.
You're going to see usage of certain words are that we're going to use the words like today. Yeah, like today, you got vehicle, but we don't say vehicle. Who says a vehicle? Only the motor vehicle plates.
Right.
Everyone says a car.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody says a motorbike. You know what I mean? Or motor vehicle. Right. We just say a car.
Like Raham.
Like who?
Raham. Meaning nation.
Raham, to say Abraham.
That's never used.
You're gonna see God later on.
Right.
That's a very good example too. What was the question that was gonna get though?
I was confused because Yahweh was the name of a person.
Okay.
And that was the end of that. Oh, Simeon.
So let's get Simeon. Let's get Simeon's name when Simeon was given his name. Right? What chapter is that? Genesis.
That'll be 29:33 Genesis.
Okay. So let's get that. You can read it, all right?
And I got it. You want to read it?
Please.
Genesis 29:33, and she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Most High hath heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me the son also. And she called his name Simeon.
Say it again. Say it from the top again.
And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Most High...
Hold on. Because this means for.
Right.
For the Most High, I'm going to say the Lord, right? That's what you're saying, right? We say the Most High, right? The Lord, right? The Lord has what?
So I've heard that I was hated.
Have heard, right? Hold on. Have heard that I was hated. Right? So hold on. Simeon's name, right, is based on this. This is where his name comes from. For the Most High have heard that I was hated. You see what I'm saying? Right. All of this is Simeon's name. That's what's going on here, right? So now, imagine Simeon walks up into the school right now, and we're gonna bless him, and we're gonna give him his Hebrew name. His name is gonna be Shamaiwan. We're gonna pour the oil in his head, and it says, "Can I get everyone in the class to pay attention, please? Your name is no longer gonna be whatever he was. Your name is now gonna be Shamaiwan, Simeon. For the Lord have heard that your mother was hated." You see what I'm saying? Now, hate. What's hate? Hate is was that Shana'ah? Shana'ah. Shana'ah. But it's past tense, right? So it's probably going to be Shana'ah. Let's get all of this in Hebrew. Right? Yeah, but not in your 2022 Hebrew. Let's get the Hebrew from the scripture. Let's pull our interlinears out. All right? The scripture says you gotta look for the old path, right? What was the scripture again?
29 and sloppy. 33.
And 33. Okay. Okay, so we got 4 here, right? 4 is Kaya. Okay, I know we're running out of time.
Well, kind of.
So
let's get this first, all right? Or is it related to this? Okay, go ahead.
So Simeon means for the Lord have heard that I was hated.
Yes.
Okay.
In other words, Jacob had more than one baby mother, and he preferred the other baby mother than this one. All right?
Well, sadly, the sad fact is she was the only baby mama at that point.
Say it again.
She was the only baby mama at that point.
She was the only baby mother. He had other wives. He got the other ones.
He had another wife.
He had another wife.
So I
and then
no, but she was already 5 kids in by the time Rachel
Yeah.
said, "Give me your love."
yeah, Leah gave birth to Appalachian. By the way, for just for anyone who doesn't know, right? Leah's name is La'a.
Really? I thought it was damn.
La'a with 2 H's in it. It's written like this. Yeah, it sounds like it, right? La'a. That's Leah's name.
Which means?
Which means Leah. Oh, in a
Like the
in
translation.
English? The
Yeah,
translation?
no, yeah. The
I don't know. I can't remember. Look it up. Let's look it up right now.
Hold on 1 second. I'll get it up.
All right. Kaya. And it says Shammai.
What is that? 38:12.
Kaya. Shammai. Yahweh.
Weary.
God. Yahweh. Kaya. But the Shana right here, but it put an ing there to say hated.
So like if
She
Kaya
hates it right now, right? Shana wa, coming from Shana, which is the root word Sha na. Okay, Shana. Okay. So there you go, right? This is Simeon's name. Kaya to be 4, right? Kaya to be 4. Shammai to be here. The Lord, right? With the Lord's name in the Hebrew, as you read in Hebrew, is Yahweh, and not any other name, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, right? Not Jehovah, but Yahweh. When you read in the Hebrew, right here. Right? It's the English transliteration. They say Yahweh. Right? They put Yahweh there because they're trying to say Yahweh. Right? For here, the Most High, the Kaya to say 4 again. Right? For hating. So they put hated there because you're reading the Bible back in the day. But in the Hebrew, it's written as present tense.
Right.
That Y right here is like a ing. In other words, he's hating me right now. For here, God for hating. That's Simeon's name. Now, is Shana in Simeon's name at all? There's no Shana in there. There's no Shana Wa in Simeon's name. But the name is completely heard upon the Shammai, which is hear or heard. All right? So just like how Shana is not in the name, Yad is not in Benjamin neither. All right? Yad is not in Benjamin in right hand. You got a couple names like that. Forget is not in Manasseh's name. You know what I mean? You know, you got names like that, all right? Behold, well, that's a blended name, Ra'awaban, right? Behold means Ra'a means see, right? And the Wa is to say, see, behold him.
Wait, I thought Ra'al was see.
Huh?
I thought Ra'al was see.
Ra'a is see.
No. Ra'awa.
Wa does not mean see. Ra'a means see. Well, you put a Wa to be see also.
No. I thought it was like the word was literally spelled Ra'awa.
Right, Ra'a, Wa. Wa is a possessive to say.
Meaning like it's pronounced
him
all.
or it. Ra'ah is not how you say see in any other part of the Bible.
Okay, come on.
All right, Ra'ah. Ra'ah means see, right? Ra'ah.
Sure.
Ra'ah is how you say see. All right? Right? Ra'ah. Wa. You put a wa there. Wa is how you say it. It or he. All right? Wa. That's a wa right there, right? Behold, he is a what? Is a son. Ban. Ra'ah ban. Reuben. All right. Ra'ah wa ban. And we got ban, right? Ban is son. Right? This is how we, and then they chop off the A there because you can do that in names, but you cannot do that in your regular talk. Right? You cannot, in your sentence structures and you're talking, We cannot chop up the sound of any word. You see what I'm saying? That's not how we do things. As communication requires on me to understand what you're saying. Okay? Alright? So that's how that goes, alright? Okay? What are we missing here? Let's get the name of Benjamin. Alright, we got Genesis 35 and 18. Okay, Genesis 35 and 18. Let's pull the scripture in English and in Hebrew. Alright. And this was what his brother's question was first about. But he was more referring to the brother in that was called Jamin in English, one of the sons of Simeon. Simeon had a son named Jamin. Yamin. By the way, Simeons are the so-called Dominican people from Dominican Republic. All right, these are the Dominicans. Dominican Republic. Right? Benjamin are the so-called Caribbean Negroes. They call them, Caribbean is very wide. They're talking about the people who are labeled as West Indians. Right, West Indians. And Indians doesn't have anything to do with Indians at all. The Indians, West Indians and Native Indians and Negroes are related, right? But not by the word Indian. The Indian was just a way for the white man to say savage. That's how Indian means savage. Right. Savage from the West. He took slaves and put them in the island. And he called us savages that he found that he put in the West. You know what I mean? Or the place that he called the West Indies, he put the slaves there and they became West Indies. We were not West Indians before we got here. You see what I'm saying? John, right? So we got it in English. Genesis 35, 18.
Yeah, God.
Hermione, read. Get it in Hebrew. In English. Read it in English.
35:18.
What?
And it came to pass as their soul was in the parting. So
Benjamin's mother was dying when she was giving birth to Benjamin. Keep reading. Her soul was in the parting. She was in her last breath. Read.
For she died.
She died. Right? She died in labor. That's how beautiful Leah died. Keep reading.
That she called his name Benoni.
She called his name Benoni. You see what I'm saying? All of the, as you see here, right? All of the sons of Israel, right? The 12 tribes, their names was made out of beefing baby mothers. Baby mothers was beefing. They were fighting, right? They didn't like each other, right? So it sounds very similar, right? This is your baby mothers today. They're the same woman. Rachel, Leah, right? Zilpah take the side of one. Bilhah take the side of the other one. You got 4 baby mothers beefing with each other, 2 sides. You got Bloods and Crips women, right? Fighting over a man. World star. This is back in 3500 BC. You see what I'm saying? Except these women had the right sense to not physically assault each other. Right? I don't read about the records to say that they did. I don't know. Right? But I don't read about records where they physically assaulted each other. But they did something different, which was take the fight to Jacob's stones. All right? They took the fight to Jacob's stones and had more children. There was a competition of who could have more kids for Jacob. All right? Okay, you see this. If you, I don't know, they just out here in the hood, right? They say, oh, well, I got more kids for him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they do that, right? Well, this is the same woman, 3500 BC, black to Latina woman, 3500 BC. This was them. You see what I'm saying? You want to know about where you can read about black people before slavery, before the Americas? Right? Latina woman before coming to the Americas, before the white man and everything. You gotta look in the Bible. You gotta look in the Bible. That's your straight up history. Okay? Read it, keep reading.
But his father called him Benjamin.
But his father was like, nah, you over there giving names to these kids, all of your personal beefs. Come on, let's not do that. And they're saying, why he named him Benjamin? Keep reading.
And Rachel died 19. And Rachel died and was buried in the way to Isupk, which is Bethlehem.
Okay, so it does not say why his name is son of the right hand.
Yeah.
It does not say. Hold on here.
Yeah, right.
Let me see if I could.
Want some coffee?
Yeah, why not? You know, Biden makes the best coffee in the world, man.
I don't know if I'm going to do that.
You don't know about that? Well, I do.
No, I'm saying I don't know.
No problem, man. You know what I mean? Boy, if you just make enough of that coffee, I go outside and sell it right now. And I better make a lot of money. Open up a black Starbucks out here.
Actually, I'm looking into. Well, let me not say too much. I'm gonna see how to make marshmallows.
It does not say. It does not say Benjamin's name is son of the right hand in the Bible.
Who is the right hand? It's Jacob. Well, technically, it's Isaac.
I don't know why they named him that. I do know Jim Hammond's class will be.
I believe I asked some either him or Cap, and they basically said both.
Both what?
And the right hand could be either Isaac or Jacob, because Israel's considered his right hand, but we understand who Isaac is, who sits on the right hand currently.
I don't know. Okay, the prophecy says that Benjamin, even the prophecy in Genesis, what is that, 40?
You want the curse, the
one
curse prophecy or the blessed prophecy in Deuteronomy?
The one, I think it's Deuteronomy, right? The one where it says his head stays in the Most High.
Oh yeah, that's in Deuteronomy. That's Deuteronomy. I want to say the second chapter.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 33.
Yeah, 30. Yeah.
Yeah, go. Steve, pull up for me right quick, but that might give us a clue. Let me get the Zondervan dictionary. Okay. Wait a minute, 1 second, y'all. Also, we're taking any questions online. Type them in. We're gonna get them.
33 and 12. And of Benjamin, he said, the beloved of the Most High shall dwell in safety by him.
Okay.
And the Most High shall cover him all the day long, and he shall dwell between his shoulders.
Okay. He's the beloved of the Most High, and he shall dwell in between his shoulders, right?
Right.
So now, so what we was talking here, right?
Right.
Is that hold on. It says Benjamin 35 and 17. Let me see Benjamin 35 and 17 first.
In Genesis or?
In Genesis 35 and 17. Right, Hermione will get it, right?
Okay,
Yeah, 35 and 17.
Please.
Read that one now.
Please.
And it came to pass when she was in hard labor that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also.
That's it. So I don't know what Zondervan is telling me. That's all that's in 17? 35 and 17?
What is the Zondervan saying about it?
It's just saying, son of the right hand, according to Genesis 35, 17.
35, 17, and it says.
And that's what it says. Benjamin, son of my right hand. Genesis 35, 17.
Let me see if I can. Hold on.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
I know this, right? There's some people who are these son of the devil. Christ will say, you are your father, the devil, meaning your spirit is like his, right? These 12 tribes, all of them are supposed to be like being under the right hand of the Most High. Who's at the right hand of the Most High? Being under Christ, right? Benjamin's always thinking about the Most High, as the curse said, his head, he stays within the shoulders of the Most High, meaning between your shoulders is your head. Benjamin's head is always, there's an earthquake because there's gay people on the earth. That's why there's so many gay people out here. That's why there's earthquakes and COVID. They look at everything right on the earth as judgment from the Most High.
I don't know about all that, but
You don't know about all what?
nothing I'm reading down. According to this, I've never heard this, but the intercession on the part of Judah in the behalf of Benjamin is one of the most moving speeches in all of literature.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Meaning when, oh yeah, your brother, Joseph said, yeah, your brother stole from me, so now I'm enslaving him. Nah, don't do that, that ass, my father will die, please don't do that. Like he already lost his first son. That's one of the most moving, I guess. I don't see anything other than that. A great grandson of Benjamin, son of Jacob. Oh, he named one of his grandsons is named after him.
Oh yeah?
It says it right here, a great grandson of Benjamin.
One of the grandson was named, he named it Benjamin again.
Yeah, kind of great grandson of Benjamin, son of Jacob.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's the culture, you know what I mean?
More than likely, judging by this as being in Chronicles, this is probably the descendant or one of the descendants who left Egypt.
Okay, calm. Okay, well the breakdown is that his name is son of right hand, right? I don't want to say it's the right. Okay, the right hand is Christ. You know what I'm saying? So, but Donovan said my right hand.
Right.
Right. So I'm not sure who my right hand is. It could be Isaac. It could be Jacob. It could just mean he tries to do what's right by the Most High.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I'm not sure. Son of right hand is for sure the basis of the name. All right. So we got Ban. Ban is son, right? We got Yamian. We took off the board, it's right over here, right? Yamian is right. Ban, Yamian, and then we got Yard. Right? Ban, Yamian, Yard, son of the right hand. Of course, the word Yard is not in there because his name is Ban Yamian, and it goes as far as to say, when you read his name, sometimes they don't even put the second Ya in there; they take it out.
Yeah,
They put Ban Yaman, or sometimes you don't even see the Ban; it's just Yamian.
Right.
But you know that's not unusual. We got names where give one of them names. We cut the name short. I know cats called Jermaine, we just call him Maine. I mean, Michael, Mike.
I have a question also.
Joseph, Joe.
Huh?
Joseph.
Joseph, Joe. You know what I mean? Come, go ahead about it.
Oh, Khan, my question was Khan, apostrophe S. How is that done in Hebrew? Meaning, okay, mainly my question is, I understand it's more than likely the same as Spanish, so
apostrophe S in English means what?
Possessive.
All right, but how do you say it? Okay, say I have
Hazahab's house.
Hazahab's house. That's not apostrophe S.
Khan.
Apostrophe S, I believe is supposed to be is, if I'm not mistaken.
That's one, or it can also be possessive, like to show someone's possession, apostrophe S.
Okay, that's private names though.
Well, what do you mean? Like Hazahab's house, or someone's actual stuff.
Right, but that's a name, so it's...
Yeah, Khan. So how would I say Hazahab's house in Hebrew? Like, because in Spanish it'd be Casa de Hazahab.
Okay, so...
So would I say Bath Hazahab, or would I have to say Bath Shal Hazahab?
Let's not make it up. Let's look for the old path. Let's get David's house. Let's get Solomon's temple. All right? You look up Jacob's tent. Google Jacob's tent, KJV. Actually, write what? You want to get Asher right quickly? That's a good one too. Get the scripture. Asher's one. It's right around Simeon. So we're going back to Genesis. What was that? 29. Okay.
Okay, David's house. I'm not finding that one.
David's house. Let me get Solomon's temple. David's house, KJV. Okay. All right. Solomon's temple, KJV.
You can't find that one either?
Nope. Jacob's tent, KJV.
Okay, I found it. 1 Samuel 19 and 11.
What's that?
So also sent messengers unto David's house. See, apostrophe S.
Right, that's for a name.
Right.
Right. But in school, apostrophe S means this.
Yeah, can it be either or? But I think apostrophe S for is, I don't know if that's like Oxford, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because, like, y'all, they just put y'all in, like, 10 years ago, but Jake created that during slavery.
Y'all is only in America.
Well, technically.
You're not gonna go to England or you're not gonna go to Curacao.
If I may.
You're not gonna go to Jamaica. And you're not gonna write y'all on your test paper and then you're gonna get probably a D or an E.
But y'all don't say y'all.
Who?
Benjamin. Because I understand.
We have our way of saying y'all. Of course, the tribal way, but we're talking about English. English is not ours.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I understood it to me. Judah basically saw y'all have what Spanish would call ustedes, which is you in the plural. So we developed our own version.
Of course.
But I thought you guys either kept yourself, had y'all.
We don't talk necessarily English. We talk
Patois, right.
Right. So patois is English and other things. You know what I mean? So do we have a way to say y'all? Yes, we do. We say uno. Uno too bad. Uno too y'all.
Uno. Okay.
Uno with a U like this.
Right. Uno. Okay.
Right, because we're not speaking English.
Right.
You know what I mean? English. There's no word in English not even like this. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it is the same sense. It is the same mind as a Judite who's saying y'all. It's the same mind, same spirit of a Judite that's saying y'all.
Bayath Dawad.
So there you go.
Dawad.
Bayath Dawad. Dawad, right? Or Dawayad.
John.
What is it saying?
Dawada.
Dawada, right? So Bayath Dawada. Right? That's the house of David.
Right.
Right? So
Salaki, it has this year. I know the Jewish members don't some of them.
yeah, but that's not a Hebrew word. That's nothing. That's just that's nothing. Right? Bayath Dawada. That is David. So this is how you say David's
house.
David's house.
David's house. Yeah.
Okay. So Ibadia's house. Bayath Ibadia.
John. So how would you say house of Ibadia? Same thing?
House of Ibadia.
Like if my reb wanted to say it.
To say what?
House of Ibadia.
To say what?
Like Anya Mayan. Ibadia.
To say I am from Ibadia.
I'm from the house of Ibadia. Or I'm from the house.
We don't say that. I don't know. We don't say that. We don't say that.
John.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't.
Oh, but property and possession is the same, right?
Huh?
Property and possession.
Property. So she would say she belongs to you.
Right.
She wouldn't say that she's from Ibadia's house.
Right. Oh.
Okay. Here's the reason why. Right.
John.
We try to stay away from Christian religious things. Remember now, the Bible, the world is not based on religion.
Right.
The world is based on the Israelites' culture. It's very different. When you try to live in someone else's culture, now you have a religion. Here's the thing with someone who's trying to live in someone else's culture. It's not their culture, so they can't get it right.
Right.
So you become a Muslim, right? You are not like the Arabs Muslim. They're the real Arabs. So you're trying to be like them, and you're trying to speak their language. Assalamu alaikum is their language. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you're Israelite, now your spirit is strong, so you might be more,
right,
loyal to Islam than an actual Arab.
Right.
Arab gets to serve himself.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But that's the spirit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now someone who's trying to live in the Israelite culture,
Right.
you know what I mean? Then they're making House of Alex,
Right.
and House of George,
Right.
and all kind of weird stuff, right? We try to stay away from religious garbage, Christian religious. We don't do anything that fake Israelites do, because fake Israelites are into religious garbage.
Right.
And they're trying to get something Christian, something from the other trees of the garden.
Right.
And they're trying to eat it.
Right.
And we're not trying to eat the other trees of the garden.
Right.
So we stay away from other trees. And we're trying to be ourselves. She's coming from my body. It's how she really be coming from your actual physical house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's where she's coming from.
Right.
But that's not talking about you. Saying that she's your rib, she's gonna say that I'm a body's woman.
Right.
I'm a property of him.
Right.
I belong to him. I'm his woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like that.
Con.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So my second
Think of niggas in the hood when you think of Israelites, because the niggas in the hood is the real raw spirit of Israel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Con.
Yeah.
So my second question, you kind of what's it called, but when I look, okay, the water. When I looked up the water, it gave me 30:34, which was yada, which is like to lift up hand. My question is mainly, I understand that part, but where's the wa come from? Because I understand, if I'm not mistaken, the tha would be you, but where does the wa come from?
I don't know if the tha is you. I don't know. Let's look it up.
Because this is what my Strong's gave me from 30:34. That's yada. I'll pull it up in a second. Properly, and
This is the water.
right.
And 30:34 is what again?
Yada, which is where Yah comes from. Probably an extension of the hand. Basically, because thank and praise are the same. So, like we raise up our hands to pray. Come.
Hold on. Let me get 30:34.
Come. Specifically, a choir of worshipers.
30.
Confession, sacrifice of, praise, thanks, giving, offering.
Yada, a primitive root used only as a denominative from 30:27. So what's 30:27 right quick? It's yard, to say hand.
Right.
Literally the hand physically to throw a stone to give praise or thank you or thankful. Okay. Okay. So we have, let's write it down.
Right.
We have yada, right?
Right.
And this is technically, let's get some English usages. So let's put 30:34
Right.
in English usages and see what we get in various scriptures, right?
You got to see a lot of things. I've looked it up.
So yeah, let's just see what kind. So that we're going to.
Okay, in Genesis. Interestingly enough, 29 and 35. And she conceived again and bare a son.
Yeah,
and she said, now will I praise the Most High. Therefore she called his name Judah.
Right.
And left buried.
Okay. And then we got praise again.
Actually, it comes up again, 49 and 8 with Judah. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
Right.
That
So
praise is
we
God.
got praise already, right? Well,
Right,
I'm trying to find the other instances, right?
Confess, Leviticus 5 and 5.
Okay.
And it shall be when he shall be guilty in one of these things that he shall confess that he hath sinned in that thing. Basically, throw up your hands. Throw yourselves at the mercy of the court.
Okay. Right. And then we got over here, we got give thanks 32 times.
Let me see if I can find some more. Confess again in Numbers, Samuel. Thanks. Samuel 22 and 50. Therefore I will give thanks unto thee, O Most High. Among the heathen I will sing praises unto thy name. I really want to call out.
Me too. Oh,
Well, you work for that?
you work at UPS, huh?
I'm trying to leave as soon as possible.
It's the caucus, huh?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Wow, you work tonight?
Hell no, I don't work tonight, man.
When do you come back?
Never, nigga.
No, sorry.
I ain't never
You
going back
ain't come back, right?
I ain't never going back there. So
They got me loaded.
Oh,
Unloading.
Unloading? Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry, unloading.
I've never worked there.
Yeah, I know.
Where do you
What PD you work at?
What do you mean, PD?
Not PD, he unloads.
You unload.
Unloads,
So
yeah.
what unload is you work at?
Meaning, like, I walk right in
What
and I
number?
make that turn and I go towards the back.
You go to the back and then make the turn.
No. You know when you get
Try
checked
the
by
vending
security.
machine.
Yeah, right by the vending machine. What's it called? And because the vending machine by the sorts,
Yeah.
And then the unload side is on the other side. I'm by that unload.
So do you pass the vending machine or you don't pass the vending
No,
machine?
I don't pass the vending machine.
So
Before I even get to the vending machine in the water fountain, I'm making a turn.
Right.
Who's your full-time?
Huh?
You got James.
Part-time. Oh, full-time. Yeah, James.
That bastard.
Yeah. And Keel.
That adulterer. Keel's a cool nigga.
Keel, yeah, I like Keel. He cool.
Yeah. He went up in the company though, so you gotta behave yourself. You can't.
He what?
He went up in the company.
Oh yeah. Oh, he used to be a little more like you know a nigga named
cool.
Ivan?
He's Ivan.
Yes,
Ivan.
Spanish guy.
Yeah.
I almost cursed that nigga the fuck out. Oh, slide. I mean,
Ivan is cool. Ivan is Latino.
yeah, kind of.
So the slave master comes down on him.
Oh yeah, I know. They
Certain
all yeah, kind of. From what I heard, they tell a lot of the managers you must be aggressive with a lot of it. So yeah, it's but you slam a load stand in my face and think you're not gonna get like Salakia. I'm only a human.
It's a rough slavery. It's
Yes.
slavery. It's real life slavery.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Right quick. Right. We got praise 53 times. Give thanks 32 times. Confess 16 times. Y'all is based off the like we went before with the visual.
Right.
It's based off the.
Yeah.
We got that already, right? We got that. Yard.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Okay. Come. Yard is you know what I mean. The hands. Right. So there's a visual thing.
You put an N in there.
I put an N in it. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, John. I got this. Cool. You know we got counsel in there, right?
We do?
Yeah, you ain't wait, or unless I got it wrong.
9 o'clock?
9:30.
9:30.
Hold up, let me just make sure. Maybe I got it wrong and it's later. It's another day, but I'm pretty sure they said.
Council day. We got council.
A minor council.
Minor council. For you?
No, remember.
For small?
No, Salakia, for minor council tonight at 9:30. Because remember, it's the end of the month. We're in June already.
Okay.
Yeah, Con.
Okay. All right, with that, I pass the class to police officer Ibadi.
Con, most time choice. Clap it up.
Oh, the water might be will praise. It might be future tense. I don't know. It could be you praise. It could be will praise. Right? If I'm thanking you for something, I'm going to tell somebody about the good thing you did for me.
Okay.
It could be that, right?
All right.
No problem.
All right, most high trust. Everybody clap it up. We're going to do this real quick. One courtesy salute.